In our desire to have a life of abundance, financial prosperity in every aspect of our life, we are often posed with a challenge that opposes that motion and acts as a resistance, like a filter that filters us off. But it only filters us off if there are certain things that is already going on in our life that we are allowing to precedent over that desire, that burning sensation we have, to neutralize our enthusiasm. You are welcome to Path to Prosperity. Like I said at the very topic of this very video here, making money is not hard. But there are some certain things that makes it so hard for us, such as politics, such as the Bible teachings, and some others. In that regard, I often go with that statement that say that you are not ready. You are not ready to match that energy which you have with your desired goal or with your zeal or enthusiasm to make that money which you want to make. And when that happens, there's going to be a burnout. And when there is a burnout, you start losing a lot of energy. And when you start losing a lot of energy, your energy start to drop. You start having a disbelief and you start having doubt. And that is even worse. That is where the problem of making money began. So making money is just like every other thing, every other habit that we have. We choose only to replace those other habits, the habit of making money, with the habit of the one which we wanted most. Now, why I say you're not ready is because most of you are like kids who's saying in your lips that you are mature, but on the other hand, you are still dependent on milk. You are still drinking milk as your morning food, lunch, and dinner. If you are mature, you shouldn't be drinking milk all day. So you should match the level of your energy with that which you want, and that is what makes you mature in the direction of what you're going. However, there are some of these things which we do becomes a distraction that precedented the idea and drown that idea and enthusiasm of us trying to make money or attract the life of abundance. And as soon as we engage in this very activity, it shifts our own vibration and lowers our vibration in the direction of trying to make money or attract the life of abundance into the direction which we now engage ourselves every single day doing, such as chasing after girls. And if we recollect how many months and energy, time, emotional feelings you burn out in trying to chase after girls, if you put it in trying to make money, you will succeed faster, you succeed more. Next, movies, Netflixing. A lot of you guys engage in movie a lot, and before you know, time is gone for the whole day or even weeks or even months. So you can be, the Bible said you can be serving two masters at the same time. I've come across countless of friends who are stuck in that paradigm, and I'm not seeing any relieving sight in their energy level, right? Some other people who I try to mentor sometimes, I'm seeing a mismatch. They're complaining that they are not having a consistency in what they're doing. They're not seeing a positive growth. I say, why will you see a positive growth when you're busy feeding your energy to something else and only giving maybe 5% to that very desired goal which you have? It's not going to happen. It's not going to manifest. You have to reverse it. Put 95% of your energy in your desired goal and make everything possible and vibrate upon it. What I mean vibrate upon it is work on it every single day, timelessly, and the shift will begin to happen. More that cause some of this distraction that actually kills our zeals or lowers our vibration or kills our enthusiasm is having fun when you're supposed to be concentrated, money minded, or become a money magnet. You're busy having fun, and it's not that it's actually bad to chase girls, all right? It's not bad to watch movies, but there is a limit, all right? There has to be. Even the Bible recollect and make a statement concerning that in the book of Ecclesiastes, where I say there is time for everything. There is time for everything. So if whatever you prioritize first has to be the priority, so if it is making money, let the priority be making money first, and you're gonna allot a lot of energy to it, and allot a smaller energy. The energy also match with time, with some others which you are doing, having fun, gaming, and addictions. Some of these things here, they pulls us and lowers our vibration towards our desired destination, either making money, attracting life of abundance, or anything. So we need to learn to believe and focusing on the goal that we want to achieve, and that we put every obstacle checked and passed. Because if you don't ace the obstacles that come around, then it lowers us, it keeps us in that state we are. Wherever we are right now is where our mind has accepted to be, has limited us to be, the obstacles has pushed us to be. I want you to reflect upon that for a moment. Wherever you are right now is where these obstacles, these filters of this world, the standard of this world has pushed us to, and we refuse to go above it. But the moment we decide to renew our mind, just like the Bible said, we're going to start experiencing different things. When it says, do not be conformed to the standard of this world, though that is just but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So once we start engaging in this activity that drains our energy level will begin to drop. And when it starts to drop, next we start having doubts. And when we start having doubts, we start falling out from grace to grass. That is typically when we have failed the test of our faith, of that which we believe. Faith is not just for Christians, it also applies for non-Christians. And so long as you have a desired goal, you are anchoring yourself with a faith which you believe on, which you constantly resonate and reckon with. And until you reject the catfish and prefer tuna, all you're going to be getting is catfish and something lower than catfish. That is a proverb, actually. So until you decide that you want to reject the little things that are coming to focus your power on energy on the bigger goals and achieve them, you're going to remain where you are. You are not going to exceed that where you are. Aside this, that we now have some of the things that contribute to this very opposing motion or resistance is the society we live and the politics, such as the politics and policy create a lot of things, distraction which we now have to deal with. And the Bible teachings focus a lot on poverty, and there are nations that are actually being caged with that right now, which is Africa. When it teach about you accepting poverty to go to heaven, for those who still believe in this, they are still caged in those beliefs right now as I'm talking to you, and they have stopped vibrating to go outside their own boundary, out of their comfort zone, or to think outside the box to achieve whatever they want to achieve. The entire Bible speaks about belief because that is what shapes our reality. Before I start my channel to make this video and choose to teach this very topic, I have a preceding belief that is dominant about that people will watch this video, people will listen to me, I will get to many audience as much as possible. However, if suppose I didn't believe it, there's going to be energy level that's going to drop. Even though as I believe it, there's going to be a decline in my energy level now or later, and it might even increase, it might incline bigger depending on my own belief, not depending on my finances. Why? I'm going to tell you. There is something the Bible says. It says, put on the armor of God that you will be strong to take a stand against devil's plot, against your aspirations. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers of darkness in the high places. Where is this powers of darkness we're talking about? He said, put on the full armor of God that you be strong against devil's plot. The devil's plot against you is poverty, lack. Because in that regard, when we become poor, we become vulnerable to being used against our desires. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. So which means the lack of money is a tree of all evil. When you lack money, you start seeing different kinds of temptation. People trying to push you down. People try to use you against your own will, against your own vibration, against your own aspiration. So you be tempted to do different kinds of all sort of evil for money's sake. However, when you have money, if you have a positive mindset, all these very temptations will not catch you. Because why? You have overcome them. You have break free. So we are crippled not due to any other thing but lack of belief in what we want to achieve. Because when we start lacking belief in what we want to achieve, we can't even brainwash ourselves. You know, the process of brainwashing your own self. I'm not talking about brainwashing another person. Brainwashing your own self to success. The critical element that we need in order to brainwash ourselves is belief. Believing that we can do it. Believing that we can evolve. Believing that we can do whatever we set our heart to do on is what is going to make it. But like I said, it is on belief. We have to believe. Now think about this for a moment. The strength and energy level that we have are dependent on our belief. It is not even on our muscle mass. It is not on the bone structure. It is not dependent on our boss or whoever, but on our belief. Because our belief can change the hands of time, rewrite our goals and destiny through belief. And our belief can also reward our success with the result of that which we constantly believe and vibrate upon. So belief is the key, and that is why the Bible and that structure of the Bible is talking about faith, belief, all little faith. If you have faith as little as the mustard seed, you can command the mountain to move from here to there, and it's all about belief. So what we get depends on what we accept, not what we do. I want you to listen to that again, because what we do comes from what we believe, and what we accept comes from what we believe, and what we accept comes as to manifest or shift our reality or manipulate our reality. And that is why thinking big have a great magic, because when we think big, we need to match that thinking big, that ideas, that inspiration, that goals with the same level of energy or even higher energy, but not lower. When we apply a lower energy to that goal or that very desire which we have, we cannot achieve it. But if we arm it with a higher energy that is much more than it, we can make it happen. We can manifest it very simply. We can achieve it very simply when we have much more energy that surpasses that very goal which we set. It is an intimidating process of manifesting or attracting anything, having a higher energy, having a higher enthusiasm that will make every obstacle that is supposed to come and push you aside to mellow and melt down like a peanut butter. So in all this, we are the product and the outcome of what we choose to believe, what we constantly believe, because that belief is what shapes our reality, what we accepted. Our belief governs our decisions making, and our decision makings determines our outcome. So if you understand what I just taught you right now, making money is not hard in the reality sense. These are the factors, these are the influences we have to deal with when trying to make that money. And once we overcome it, it comes very simply. Everyone will be looking at it like as if we did a magic, or we grow some trees that grow some money. Of course, we can plant a tree that grows some money, and how we do that is often not savings, except if we have to save, we have to have that at the back of our mind, that our savings is for a purpose of investing and not to spend, and not to use it to buy anything we want to keep as our material property. No, the right savings is we are saving because we want to save up to a certain thing to invest to multiply the money we have. The Bible talks about something like that, where it says, until a seed of grain is buried in the ground and died, it will forever remain single. Now, here is the deal. The Bible explanation, the Bible holds a lot of element of truth inside, but how those who interpret it for us is what conflicts us in applying it properly. The Bible holds a lot of financial advices, which if we adhere strictly to it, will become prosperous. And if you're interested in that very topic, I'm going to be bringing it up very soon. I'm going to be teaching you the Bible versions that talks about the pursuit of success and give you different strategies on how to succeed financially. So in the reality sense of it, God do not want us to be poor. God do not want us to be a slave of money, but a commander of it. I hope you find this very helpful and inspiring. If you do share with others. Welcome to Path to Prosperity. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.